This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by Mike Coppinger here in New York. Mike, that's certainly one of the most bizarre and craziest weigh-ins that I can recall. What is your entire takeaway from everything we've just seen on stage there?
My initial takeaway is that we're never going to forget this fight week, for better or worse. Lots of chaos. I think chaos is the word of the week. Ryan, look, I was told it was a fake beer that he was drinking. I hope so. I believe it. But look, he missed weight. Bad sign, of course. And it's even worse when you have Devin Haney saying all throughout the promotion that he's going to miss weight. Don't forget, when Garcia fought Oscar Duarte in December, they also moved that weight from 140 to 143. Maybe that's like, they say Canelo weight. Maybe Ryan Garcia weight is 143.
If you're looking at it now, and everybody was concerned for Ryan Garcia heading into this fight, I imagine there's even more concern on the back of what we've seen today. A lot of people have mentioned, should the fight even be going ahead? Are you surprised we've reached this point? Are you surprised we are still all steam ahead of tomorrow night?
Yeah, I think if you would have asked me if the fight was going to happen maybe a month ago, I would have been doubtful. So I am a little surprised that we're here. I just hope we get a good fight. I hope that there's no, we've seen security get involved, right? Mayweather Judah, Mike Tyson versus Lennox Lewis, and Mike Tyson never had to Holyfield, the bite fight. I just hope that we avoid anything like that and keep it to the pre-fight hype, and at least the fight hopefully goes smoothly.
Mike, we know about to redraft contracts this morning after Ryan missed weight. With that in mind, what can you tell me in terms of what new clauses were put in place? I know there was a financial element, but does Ryan have to hit a certain weight and can't go above a certain weight in the morning? Has a rematch clause maybe been inserted? Anything you can tell me on that front?
Yeah, so Ryan does not have to weigh in tomorrow, no weigh in tomorrow, which is unusual, as you mentioned. And I'm told he's paying upward of $600,000 to Haney. I know they're saying that he's honoring the bet. I don't know if that's on top of that. I'm not sure, but I know for sure from people that saw the contract, upward of $600,000 is definitely being paid to Haney.
So also just sticking with you as well, if Devin comes out on top because he's a favourite with many people, do you think he will get the credit for this win?
It's too bad. He's not going to, and it's not fair to him. He did everything right. He prepared for the fight. I'm sure it was hard to prepare for a fight, not knowing what's happening, hearing everything that he was hearing. So I think he's in a tough spot, but Devin Haney stops him or just outboxes him and looks good, he'll go on to bigger and better.
There was a planned kind of Boots media day which was due to take place after this finished, but due to the delay in running times, that's all been postponed now. So on the theme of Jaron Boots Ennis, what can you tell me in terms of a Cody Crowley fight and where things sit?
Yeah, I spoke to Boots this morning and Eddie, and they both said that they're looking at July in Philadelphia to fight Crawley. Nothing done yet, but that's what they're looking at. And, they want to really try to develop that Philadelphia market, which has really fallen by the wayside over the last 25 years.
He's widely considered to be, now Terence and obviously Errol have moved up the best 147 in the world now. But do you think that he has got that profile to match his ability at this moment in time?
Definitely not yet, but that's what Eddie Hearn's being brought in for, right? And he definitely has the talent, I think, and the potential to reach that. But, like you said, Crawford's going to 154 to fight Madrimov now. That's going to be August 2nd in Los Angeles. Saudis are staging that event. And Spencer's down at 147, obviously. So, I guess an Amanta Stanionis. But the big fights are obviously Devin Haney versus Boots. That's the big fight. And I also would love to see Subriel Matias against Boots Ennis.
I mean, just on the theme of it, you just mentioned there, Devin Haney being the big fight. Going back to him, he has said that he's instructed Eddie Hearn to try and make the Sandor Martin fight next if Saturday goes to plan. Would you expect him to do that? Because apparently he doesn't want to give up that WBC title.
I don't think this is an easy weight cut for him either, I think he had to strip down this morning to make weight, and we saw him yesterday. I don't know if he stays at 140, and I know he's saying this now, but I'm not sure that Haney gets up for Sandor Martin, who's a good fighter, but not a big profile, tricky guy. Let's see. I think Haney wants to go big game hunting, so to speak.
At 147, and going back to the theme of Jaron Boots Ennis, the matchroom stable at 147 isn't necessarily kind of well stacked, shall we say. The one name I have is kind of Ben, but there's a lot going on with him at the minute with the UK, with the board and what have you. So aside from that, what's the path you think they will take Jaron Boots Ennis down?
I think the fight you have to do after the Crawley fight, assuming you get it done, is Amanta Stanionis. That's a great fight. I think Stanionis is very underrated. Very fun fighter. He's been wildly inactive, not not his fault. The Virgil Ortiz fight postponed 3 times. And I know Stanionis is a free agent, so he's fighting on the Canelo undercard, and I think that Eddie Hearn and Boots would probably look to make that fight next after the July fight.
Mike, it's a pleasure as always. I'm going to leave you now to obviously crack on and do some work. Thank you for speaking to me. I'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, thank you.